Welcome back to This Side of 40. This is your girl Lou, and this will be a haul slash first impressions of a company called Amir. Always May. Take that back. It's Always May. And basically, I found out about this company from Nona. Now, I wanted to show you guys the packaging, how it came. It was beautiful. However, the video I took of it somehow got corrupted and erased from my phone, but this is how it came. It was beautifully packed. Everything in here was wrapped and packed in such a way that you could get it without it being broken up. The shipping was fast, even through these times. The only little issue I have currently... No, only you're going to respect that. I'm leaving this on here because something's wrong with my phone today, and it's just going to be the little roller coaster from Double Hockey Sticks. Anyway, so basically what had happened was I ordered it online. I tried to pick like their darkest shades of whatever they offered, and being that I tried to pick the darkest shades they had to offer, the darkest shades are not the darkest shades I've ever seen. Like this one here is supposed to be in dark, and this is supposed to be in caramel. These will be good enough for me to do my eyes, like to cut out my eye and base eyeshadow on. So I have nothing negative to say about the texture or consistency. However, the color is a little bit off for what they said it was. Along with their foundation, this foundation is supposed to be in cocoa, and it's more in a caramel or tan. So I'm still going to use all the products that came, but I just basically wanted to let you guys know about that. Now, I got two powders. One of them is supposed to be in, this one's a bronzer, and then this is supposed to be in the color, this powder is supposed to be in the color, sorry guys, I had this all together. One of them is supposed to be deep bronze, and the finishing powder was supposed to be in cocoa too. And now I understand why, like one of them's not really a cocoa. Like when I think of cocoa, especially when I buy a foundation, I think it's gonna be like this color. This is what I usually think, and that's just why I got the concealers in the colors I thought, because I would use one to contour and one to highlight. However, their foundation color, and I'm just unscrewing the top so you guys can see, is more like this. This would be perfect if I got a foundation that was too red and I had to try to make it work. So I'm not going to complain because the packaging is nice. It's a glass bottle. The little top has a little design, I believe. I believe it even has a pump if I can just get it to open right for me. Oh, yeah, and it actually has a pump, and the top looks like this. So it's beautiful packaging. I have nothing negative to say about the packaging or the fragrance or anything, because I smelled all of these things. I even got a highlighter, and the highlighter looks like this. The packaging looks like this. They're all Amuse brands. And this is what the packaging looks like. And then it looks just like Rihanna's Fenty's Killawatt. So that's the reason why I was gravitating towards it. Then I did get a foundation from them, a highlighter, and this is a more eyeshadow palette. Girl, I can't talk because I'm shook. And the eyeshadow palette is 32 pressed pigments, and looks like this. Everything that came from this website was well wrapped, well packaged. The price for this total was $37 $3.50, and my shipping was only $3.95. There was no tax on this. So, and this is what the colors look like. It did come with a large mirror as well. So, no complaints here. Then I got 3 lip glosses. 1, 2, and 3, because it's going into summer. Summer is my lip glossy shade time. This one is in caramel. This one is in bronze, and this is in copper. Those are summery colors for me. So, and then I did get a pair of their Mink lashes. So without further ado, let's get into it. This video is already long, and I do apologize for the slight roller coaster ride that we started this off with. How have you guys been doing and all of that? I already did my brows because I didn't order anything for brows, and I'm actually going to go in with the number 5 to base my lids. Now, number 5 is supposed to be caramel. And number 6 is supposed to be dark. And I'm going to use dark with caramel to kind of like make a base that will work for my eye. Okay. So, needless to say, these colors would not work for what I thought they were, what I was buying them for. However, I'm not going to complain because this is what you get when you buy stuff online. Now, I can say that this is blending out very easily. I don't have any complaints as far as that. This will work really good to base my lids, especially for what I'm about to do. So, no complaints there. Would I have liked them to actually be the colors that they said they were, like deep and caramel? Yes. But it is what it is. It just is what it is. They're not as thick as LA Colors. They remind me of e.l.f. as far as this concealer's texture. So if you're one of those girls who don't need a very highly pigmented or very thick product, this is gonna be good for you. Like if you've got good skin, this will be amazing. I'm just going back in with a little bit more dark, just so my colors can have something to grab to. But I don't have any complaints. It was $1 for each of these concealers. The foundation was $4. So one good thing about me is I do know how to work with stuff. So no complaints. I just hope that they get darker shades in the spaces where they say the shades are darker. And I'm definitely going to contact their customer service when I'm done with this video. I'm not sending anything back. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not going to send anything back. I definitely will ask them if if this was an accident, because what if they, God forbid, something happened in their warehouse and this is what happened. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this palette. This palette is all the bright E colors I wanted to try this year, so I'm so excited about that. I'm going to start off with Soul. Soul is this yellow here at the top. And I'm glad that it comes with a big mirror. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it or not yet, but this is popping on my melanin. Hold on one second. Okay, so I got Sol and Sunlit. Sorry, Ricky had to come in and he doesn't like being on camera. So Sunlit is right here. Sol is down here. They're both really good yellows. And I just mixed them together and got this beautiful, amazing yellow. And I'll be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever been able to use a yellow eyeshadow and not have to use a white base. So even if I use concealers before and try to base my lid, yellow doesn't usually pop this well on me. This eyeshadow palette, it was only $15. So don't sleep on this website. I mean, yes, I have my issues, but those issues are issues with other brands as well. Like, I can't say that this is only this brand. There's plenty of brands that, or companies that when I buy it from them, I really need to be in store or in person to try stuff, like to be able to swatch it. So I'm not in no way, shape, or form bashing them, and that's just that. Okay, so now I got the yellow in. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use Frisky and High Key together. And that's the two oranges right here. That's Frisky and this is High Key. I'm going to start off with High Key because High Key is like a lighter orange. I like it when other people share the websites they get stuff from. Nona did that. There was another young lady, and I ordered from that website as well. She had got that Purple Haze palette, and she was doing a bingo, eyeshadow bingo with somebody else, and I watched Stacy. I watched her whole video, and I'll be honest, that palette was amazing. So I did order a palette and a couple things from them as well. Basically what I did is I took the money that I was spending on BoxyCharm and Ipsy and put it to the side and held on to it, and I'm using that money to buy from these companies because BoxyCharm and Ipsy actually come out monthly, and this is something I could just collect the money together and do it when I want and find things that I'm truly interested in. Because with BoxyCharm and Ipsy, not because the items were bad or any of that, just more because I felt like the color payoff, or you know, like just the pricing for what you were getting and not being sure if it was going to really work. I could rather do it this way and find out if it's not going to work. Now this does have quite a bit of fallout, but to me, fallout happens with any eyeshadow. I haven't met an eyeshadow yet that doesn't have any fallout. If you find an eyeshadow that doesn't have fallout that's not a cream, because cream eyeshadows don't have fallout, but that's not a cream, then let me know, because Ricky's doing homework and schoolwork. My son he sells, and I never talk about this, but my son sells codes to people online for all kinds of games. That's what he does for a living. He's been doing it for a couple years now. He's really good at it. So and I know some people, because he was telling me there are professional gamers out there, like people who play games or make games or whatever. So he's thinking about trying to get into that. He's in the process of starting school to be able to do so. So I'm excited for him because I have two who are like, they were self-starters and early bloomers, and then I have two who are late bloomers. So it takes a minute, to me with late bloomers, it takes a minute for them to find their passion, and I as a mother don't want to discourage it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Hottie. Hottie's this hot pink right here. Okay, so the orange was okay. It wasn't the worst and it wasn't the best. I think if I had went in with a different brush, like a more densely packed brush, and it might have been better. I might switch up brushes with the orange after I get this pink on here, just to kind of put the pink back, the orange back in here. This is gonna be more of like a rainbow-y look. Nona, the day after I watched her do this video, she did a collab with everybody, some other people, for all those heroes, the people at the grocery stores and all of that, and she was just thanking them, and she did a rainbow on her lid, and I thought that was a good idea. I don't really talk to very many people. Like, I watch you guys' videos, and I wish I was, like, you can't really tell, but I'm more really shy. I'm very social because of what I have to do for a living, but I'm more of kind of shy, like, trying to be friends with people. And Ricky, because, like, if I say somebody's my friend, I usually, like, go out of my way for that person, and Ricky's always getting on me about that because I'm not, I don't be around a lot of people, so I try to stick to myself. I had a really, really, really good friend in high school, and she died, and after that I just stopped trying to be friends with people. Now this one is called Lipstick, and it's a red, and it looks like it's that red right there. And I'm just gonna go right in between the pink and the orange and my lid, just to get that on there. Nona always puts her foundation on before she comes on. I am not able to clean up my fallout that good if I do my face first. So I just basically do my lids first and do my eye look first, and then I come back and do everything else. Now that I have all of that going on, I'm gonna go in with Delight on the first inner third of my eye, and Passion on the middle of my eye, and Passion, yeah, Delight and then Passion. And Passion and Delight are these two colors right here. And then I'm gonna smoke that out with Moon, which is this blue back here. So, I'm gonna go back in with the concealer just to kind of make sure I can. I'm just going to take this brush and kind of spread this out a little bit more. I can say for this concealer is it does dry pretty quickly. So if you just bought it as to be able to use to do your eyes with, or just to like color correct a little bit of a foundation, if the foundation is a little too dark or too light, it might work. Okay. If you've been with me a while, you know I do one lid at a time. I don't do the build up both lids with concealer. I just go in one at a time. So I'm going to start with Daylight on the first inner third of this eye. I can't say I'm enjoying that this palette has a mirror in it. I didn't even pay attention to that on the website. I was just basically looking for these kinds of colors. I did order some things from Shop Miss A, Juvia's Place, ColourPop. ColourPop sent me an email and basically apologized and said that they're in California and at this time they would be unable to get my order out to me, and did I want my money back until they open back up. And you know what? I told them to just go ahead and keep it. That way, when they do open back up, they already have some orders to start with. I don't know if it's just me, but that's just how I am. Like, I ordered it. It wasn't a mistake. I understand their clothes. I am glad they, let me know. I'm not in a hurry to get the palette that I ordered because I feel like needing them right now is crazy. Claudia, is that you knocking on my door? No, she at work. Sorry, guys. Life is still happening in my house. I could see this going to mud if I used all darker colors with this company. Like if I had and this is kind of like a pencil e-brush. This is Coastal Scents 11, number 11 brush. And I'm just going right here. I feel like this look needs like a little bit of a good line and it would be okay. Thus far, from the stuff I got, because I'm like looking at it and everything, I'll tell you definitely I would repurchase from them. Thus far from what I got. Now, would I order a foundation and concealer again? Definitely not. And the definite not part is because their shade range is just not there yet. Now, let's say in a year or two their shade range stretched and got further out. Oh yeah, for sure I would order 8 from them. But currently, because their shade range is not there, no. And that's, I guess, this is my thing, and I know a lot of people have been getting on that, what is it called, cancel culture. I'm not into cancel culture. I feel like everybody in life should have an opportunity to grow, and things should mature or whatever. I'm over 40. Like, my channel's called This Side of 40 because I'm really over 40. And being that I'm over 40 and I'm on this side, my maturity is a little bit more, and counseling something and not giving people an opportunity to grow, to me, is kind of, it's hard. Now, I can admit that, like, I still don't use Jeffree Star's products because of comments he's made. Because I feel like he made one comment, then apologized, and then made another comment was just as bad. So, I feel like the first comment and him apologizing and then doing it again basically means that he didn't mean his apology. He just basically was trying not to lose no coin. And that's understandable. He's a businessman. He's supposed to be like that. However, I take people for who they show me they are, not who they say they are. And some people, I do take them for who they say they are until they show me who they are. So either way, I'm going to figure you out. For me, I've done so many people's hair for years and never thought twice about doing their hair. And then, like, now, in light of everything that's going on, my clients are really showing me who they are. I have quite a few clients who have special needs kids. That's why I'm putting my makeup on today. I have quite a few clients who have special needs kids, and their kids are used to certain routines. And one of my clients who has a special needs son in a wheelchair, I'm going to go cut his hair today. He needs that haircut. Like, his hair makes him break out in hives and just all of that. So if I can bring him a little bit of joy, not going out, and he hasn't been out since, I think it was the end of December that he came out last. Like right around the first of the year, I'll take it back. It was right around first of the year before school went back. And then when they first started talking about the coronavirus, I think his mom bring him in one time, like right after the first of the year. And then he hasn't had a haircut since. And his mom called me and was like, Lou, not trying to intrude on this time in your life. I know your husband's sickly, but just wondering if there was any way you could cut, and this is not his name, but can you cut Josh's hair? And I said, no problem. And she was like, you know, I told her my house is not equipped. Like, my house is not equipped to cut anybody's hair here. I would come to her and him, because I don't have ramps or any of that either. So, and my doorways are not wide enough for anybody in a wheelchair. So, I definitely am going to go do it. This is an e.l.f. black liner. I did not get this off of them. I had this. I found it, actually. But that's what I'm doing today. Yesterday, I did 3 little girls who all have different developmental health issues. And I went and did their hair yesterday because I've been doing their hair for... I want to say it's been close to 11 years I've been doing these little girls' hair. Because the youngest one was just barely talking when I first started doing her hair. And she was like starting kindergarten. And so they're blossoming. One of them made me want to cry yesterday. Because she said, Miss Lou, when you going to open your shops so I can make my hair there? And I was like, as soon as the government gets it together, baby. As soon as the government gets it together, I'm going to open my shop so you can do your hair there. And the other little girl was telling me about the school on the computer. Like, as I was doing one girl's hair, the other girl was doing schoolwork. Like, that's how their mom is able to do it all. And she's a single mom. Like, she's still working. She's a single mom. She has an older daughter who helps her. And I'm just going to say her oldest daughter's name is Chauncey. Chauncey is in her late 20s. And she's helping her mom with her siblings. And I did her hair yesterday as well because she wasn't going to get her hair done. And I just did it because I'm here. You know, I'm already there. And she was like, no, don't do my hair. My sisters just need their hair done because, you know, they don't have the money for that. And all they were doing is getting their hair washed and trimmed. They have the sink at their home for it because of the kids being special needs. So I just went ahead and washed and cut her hair as well. It wasn't like I was making half of what I usually make. I didn't really make any money yesterday. I was gone for 8 hours because that's how hard it is to get the girls together to cut their hair and do their hair. However, it made me feel good inside to know I could provide that for that mom and give her just that solace in knowing that she's doing the best she can for her kids in this time, and it made me feel amazing. So this is our eye look. Now, like I said, the foundation for this is not going to work for me, so I gotta find it. This is the problem when you have too much stuff and not enough storage. Okay, not enough space. But I am gonna take you guys on a journey with me. So this is my Betty Boop tray. I am going to mix my colors on here so I can use them. Now, the other day I was telling you guys about, this is Black Radiance. It was on sale at Walgreens, and I've had this foundation before, the Black Radiance, and Black Radiance, the formula works amazing for me. I don't know what shade I really am, but every time I've ever bought Black Radiance, I bought in this shade, and the reason why is because this is cappuccino. It's very, very red. Every time I've ever bought it, I've bought it because this is what I buy for just in case I get a foundation that's too light for me, or the undertones are off. I can just mix a little bit with this and it will work. So here goes my mixture so that I can still use their products, because I don't want to be without their products. Oh my goodness. Okay. Foundation brush, and I just mix it together, and it goes from being very red to being orangey. And I don't know when or how I learned how orange I need it to be. It's still very red. That means Dark Radiance is Black Radiance is a little bit stronger in their pigmentation, which is fine. I love the Amuse packaging on their foundation. I think other inexpensive brands can take a cue from them, because that looks very high-end. It looks very workable. Okay, so here goes the color we came up with. Very orangey. Yeah, see, very, very orangey. No longer really yellow and not really red anymore. The Muse brand foundation does have a fragrance. I can smell it. We don't know how that's gonna work with us, but we gonna see. This color here reminds me of how the Juvia's Place foundation went on. This is a lot thicker, the combination, than Juvia's Place, so